Before we start, let's make sure everybody can see me and they can hear me and there's no lag time. That would be kind of important, I think. So I go over here just to make sure. And we'll start the show in just a bit. Excellent connection. Great. Looks good. Great. Undertow82, hello. Thanks for stopping by. So we'll get ready in a little bit, but first of all, is there any lag time? And is the audio up efficiently enough to where you can actually hear me? That's the important question. I don't want to pull a Charles and you tell us some information, and then everybody's like, what the heck was that? I can't hear you. Didn't say anything. Good job, Forrest Gump. Michael Gonzalez here from Alex Becker interview. Great. Alex Becker, nice guy. Listen to my advice on Voyager. Think it worked out pretty well for him. Good morning, good morning. Looks good. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I'm great. What I want to do today, well, first of all, welcome. Looks like everything's going good. The audio is good. There's no lag time. I like that. That's great. So what I want to do today is, first of all, welcome to Digital Asset News. Take the top stories in cryptocurrency and digital assets and break them down to bite-sized pieces. So today, what I'd like to talk about is a couple things. First, I want to talk about the market and how great one project is doing as opposed to a ton that are just not doing so great, which that is cryptocurrency. And then the second part is we're going to go over 3 different portfolios. I'm going to put their portfolios into my 2021 price prediction into a spreadsheet, and we'll see how they could potentially make out, and then we go from there. And before we start, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, just some guy who likes to dabble into cryptocurrency and digital assets. So we will get started, but first, let's take a look at what's going on in the streams. I'm bullish. Hi from Pittsburgh. 8 is our hope. Yeah, me too. BTFD, that's right. ADA, ADA, that's right. ADA, right? Let me show you something. First of all, we did a video yesterday. Actually, it wasn't yesterday. It was a couple days ago. And I talked about how, let me pull these up. I talked about the different prospects of what is going on as far as ADA. And from what I could tell, things are going pretty well. And let me pull this, let me switch streams real quick and do a regular view. So the video that we did, and again, it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago. And I just talked about how I'm pretty darn bullish on Cardano. And the reason was because the hard fork for Mary, the things that were going on as far as like non-fungible tokens and DeFi and native tokens. And I kind of compared it to that 2017 ICO craze. And I talked about it, and I just, to me, just looking from a fundamental perspective, I don't know which one's going to win again. I don't know if it's going to be Cardano. I don't know if it's going to be Ethereum. And again, there really is no winners. I think this globe, this world is big enough for both. But I like the moves that are being made by Cardano right now, and it really reflects in what is going on in the market itself, which is looking pretty good for Cardano. Let me blow this up so you can actually see it. So right now, what's the date? 27th, 7:45 a.m. El Paso, Texas time. Looking good. And what we got today is, of course, a little bit of a dip again as far as Bitcoin the last 24 hours, but it is up a whole whopping 1%. Wow. Traditional markets, I'm sure they would salivate for that. Wow, 1%, watch out. But in us, it's not really going on. Not really a big deal. And this is from Trade the Chain, and I like to see this because of the sentiment analysis. Remember, they climb all the websites and the blogs, and one of 4 different crypto companies have that direct API into Twitter. And the sentiment right now for Bitcoin is bearish. And I feel that momentum to where we're going right now, because you can just take a look at it. We saw a high of 58 just what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? And now here we are at 47,000. And I know people will say, well, it was the F2 pool dump. And then there was a tweet from Elon Musk. And then Janet Yellen, the Secretary of Treasury, said some negative things about cryptocurrency. And again, it really doesn't matter. I mean, if you look at if you're a trader and you're really heavy into longs, or you have leverage trading, then yes, this is a pretty awful time. But if you're just an investor like myself, this is the greatest time of all time, because you're like, well, I know where things are going, at least I think I know where things are going. And these are just fire sales, in essence, is what we got. So Bitcoin, again, down a little bit. Ethereum has been massively underperforming, I think. It hit 2,000, now it's down to 1,500. That's a 25% drop. Correct my math. It's roughly about what it is. And just not a good time for Ethereum. Now they're making strides with Ethereum 2.0. I'm not going to take it away. I own Ethereum. I own a lot of Ethereum. But who knows what's going to happen. Cardano's the big winner right now with 23% up. And we've blown past the all-time high. Someone correct me in the comments. I think it was around $1.13, $1.18. And now we're sitting at $1.35. I think we hit $1.40. So that's looking pretty good. And again, it's all because of that merry hard fork and what they're doing over there. I think it's going to be a great time. But only time will tell. Binance Coin still going up crazy. Tether's Tether. Nobody cares unless you're the New York Attorney General who just settled with them. Great for them. Polkadot going up. Again, utility. A lot of things being built on that. XRP, watch out. Litecoin. Da, 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 da. Okay, so that's what we got. So today, and these are all great things for the market, right? So I just want to remind everybody, if you didn't get into Cardano at the right time, it's okay. Just take a look at the projects, do your own research, and just buy what you can when you can. Again, not financial advice, but don't beat yourself up if you missed the train on this one, because guess what? There's another train coming right around the track, and there's opportunities aplenty. You just have to take a look at what's going on. So today, what I want to remind everybody about is portfolios, and just about getting into, hold on, let me make this right. Your portfolio, or the portfolio, or three portfolios we're going to take a look at, just to see, how people are doing and what they're doing as far as getting into crypto and digital assets. And to me, it's not just about the portfolio, but it's about the story behind it and what people are actually doing, their struggles, and what's going on. So I think these three examples should play out pretty well. And what we'll do is we'll take these numbers and we'll stick them into our spreadsheet just to see how far along people could potentially be as time moves on, because we never know where we're going. And these are just based on my price predictions. And I will remind you, they've been wrong so far on a couple of them, right? Because I'm very conservative as far as my predictions. And I'll just tell you right now, for Uniswap, I thought Uniswap was only going to go to 20 bucks, and it blew past that. So I was wrong there. And then for Chainlink, I thought it was only going to go to 35 bucks, and it was almost there. So again, my price predictions, those two were just a little bit too low. So if these are the low ones, maybe we can get excited about what could potentially happen, right? All right. So before we do that, let me break back into the live stream. What did I miss? Justin, hello. Stiger 13, hi. Our Mateo. Voyager under $6, time to get more. Exactly. Safugas, I love this video. Keep it up. Thanks. Everyone is equal. Breaking news. The world's first national digital. Sure. And some Saudi fund is selling their Bitcoin for 8 and dot. Interesting. You're going to see some examples here of where people have bought or sold a lot of their positions, Bitcoin and whatnot, and for different positions. Before we start, let me move around. It's going to get bright in here. Yeah, there we go. It looks pretty good. I just don't want everybody to get blinded by the light as it comes on over there. I know some people think that this is a green screen or something like that. No, it's just my office. And before anybody says, oh, it's a great office, it's got a pool, let me tell you right now, it sucks. Never get a pool. They are a pain in the A to deal with. There's a lot of chemicals, a lot of cleaning and everything else. So don't think it's fantastic, because it's not. All right. So let's go on the first fun. So first off, this is from Andrew. Andrew, thanks for sending in your portfolio. I appreciate it. It says, good evening, Rob. Here's the rundown of what I have in crypto. I was wondering if you're able to give me a forecast of some of the coins that I'm holding. Here's the rundown. So we got Bitcoin 5. It's pretty good. Bitcoin 5. And remember, in March, if you bought Bitcoin in March, you were looking at around $5,000, somewhere around there. So if you bought 5 back then, I mean, shoo, it's only 25,000. Now that's worth what, 200,000? It's a pretty good increase for anybody. Ethereum 60.2200, Uniswap 1500, Matic 77.6, Synthetic 250, 1 inch. 1 inch we'd actually covered, and it's a token that I really never saw coming. I know it was a great decentralized exchange, does good things, but their shift from getting away from Ethereum, and some people say, well, not really getting away from Ethereum, they're just kind of going into other areas. Sure, but it's still a shift. What they're doing is that they're shifting over to Binance, the Binance chain. And instead of just using exclusively Ethereum and paying those outrageous fees, they're like, you know what? I think there's a better option, and we're going to go for the Binance coin or Binance chain. And we're going to be able to allow people to use Pancake Swap and Sushi, whatever those swaps are. There's like 30 of them. And they can get different cryptos, which I thought was a fantastic idea, right? That is real utility. And if you look at the tokens that are going up, these are the ones that have utility, or hopefully will have a lot of utility, like Cardano. That's why I can't get away from it, but I do think that 2021 could potentially be the year of the utility token or the exchange token. Things like Binance coin, things like Huobi token, things like OKX, things like Voyager, things like Swissborg, you know, those types of things, because they actually do stuff. Anyhow, so what we're going to do here, wow, this guy's got 10,000 ADA. That's a pretty good move. Let's plug these numbers in, huh? So we got 5 and 60 for Bitcoin. And before we start, this is a spreadsheet. I'll link it in the description at some point. And all I do is I just put the numbers in as a formula. It just takes 5, and here's my price prediction. Let me see if I can blow this up a little better so you can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah. So here's my price prediction for 2021. Bitcoin, I think, is going to 150,000. Ethereum, 10,000. This one I might not hit. I'll be honest with you. Everybody was talking about, you know, 30,000, 40,000 Ethereum. I just don't know anymore. I think it could go there, sure. Chainlink, I had to revise because I thought 35, but I'm saying, okay, 55. Cardano, I also had to revise. $3, I think it could go to $5 this year. Theta 17, Celsius 20, 270, and on down the line, right? And the only one that I really changed that was big is this one, Voyager. Initially, when I first talked about Voyager this price prediction video I did was on January 7th. Voyager was at 29 cents. 29 cents. And then all of a sudden, it just went parabolic. And before you know it, it was at $1, then $3, then $5, then $6, and then it hit a high of 7. Now I think it's settled back down to $6. But I got to tell you, it's crazy. Because I talk about Voyager, and I always get a couple of people in the comments who are like, Rob, you're a shill. You're talking about Voyager way too much, and da-da-da. I'm like, hey, if you didn't like the 10x or the 20x that I talked about, sorry. Maybe you missed it, but it's not my fault. And again, not financial advice, so you do whatever you want to do. So there we are. So all right, let's start plugging these numbers in off my high horse. So Bitcoin 5. So we take 5 times 150,000. If I think that's what's going to happen. So this guy, Andrews, he's got $750,000 right there, right? Ethereum, 60 at 10,000, that's 600,000. Right there, this guy's a millionaire, right? Let's keep plugging the numbers. So 2,200 for DOT. Ooh, this is going to be a big one. Let's see, DOT. 2,200. That's 154,000. And let's see, I don't have Matic, I don't have Synthetic, 1 inch. Voyager. Ooh, this is going to be big. 20,250. So at that, at $75, that is 1.5 million. Now remember, what I'm talking about here is my price predictions, right? I'm not saying it's going to go to it. I cannot guarantee anything. I'm not Nostradamus, and I'm sure as heck I'm not going to give you some like unrealistic craziness, right? I think $30 was conservative, but I'll say 75. It is within the realm. Let's just say 30 for a second. What is that? That's still $607,000. Jeez, Christ almighty. A lot of money. All right. What else we got? Aave, 5. Okay. Put that in. Aave. Aave. So I think it's going to go 2,000. That's a sweet $10,000 play right there. curve the graph, and Cardano at 10,000. So we'll put in Cardano. 10, 1, 2, 3. Da, da. $50,000. That's pretty good. So I don't know about the other ones. And how about this? Let me turn to you guys because you guys are smarter than me. So, whoa. So take a look at these. Let's do a regular view. There we go. So tell me your best prediction for, that's a good one. The graph. The graph, I've heard a lot of great things on as far as like search engine and being able to use that as far as decentralized crypto and plug it into those types of things. So tell me your best price prediction for the graph and also synthetics. I know a little synthetics, very little. Let me know. Let me go back to the chat screen here. All right. When Mullet's here. Well, that's good. What's up, man? Lionel Gustafson, you're a funny guy. Knew he's a funny guy. I'm not a funny guy. Oh, that hurts. Folks, Cardano is just getting started. Potentially, I think you're right. Ricardo says you missed his uni. Oh, maybe I did. I did. Thank you. 1,500. Here, let's do this. 1,500 for Uniswap. Damn, that's 45,000 bucks right there. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you right now. So out of all these different things and all the ones that you are invested into, and I'm sure you've got a ton, whatever you have, right? Or maybe you're just like me, you just have a little bit, right? But whatever it is, whatever project that you're getting into, for me, I always look at it like this. I always look at it as two things. One, pull this up. I feel like this. The money that I have in my bank account, if I can pay my bills plus 10%, then the other money is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing for me. So in my opinion, there's no reason for me to leave it in the bank. So I take all that money and I stick it into crypto because why wouldn't I? Especially if I can put it on Voyager for an interest rate or if I can put it in Celsius for really good interest. Why wouldn't I do that? Let me move this around. So right now, I'm pretty broke. That's really what it comes down to. I'm broke. I'm broke because, Jesus Christ, a little too much. There. Nah, it's not good. I'm broke because all my cash, yeah, it's fine. All my cash is in crypto right now. So if you look at it, maybe you can identify with this, right? You go into your bank account, you're like, shoot, I don't have that much. But then you look at like your Voyager or your Celsius, your NANO Ledger, you're like, man, that's pretty good. And that's just how I see it. The next thing is that if you notice one thing about this portfolio, is that some of these might not hit. Some of these might crash hard. Some of these might, just go up or just, fall 50%. But if you notice one thing about this portfolio and all portfolios is that you don't have to have, how many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You don't have to have 16 winners. You don't. You just have to have, in my opinion, one big winner, one big, or a good winner, and then 3 or 4 pretty good winners, and then maybe a couple of, just okays, and then a couple of duds, no big deal. Because for portfolios, you don't have to be right all the time. You just kind of look at the projects and go, okay, I see this. This is what I do. Again, not financial advice. I look at this one and I try to invest in the people as much as I know. That's why I'm always trying to get founders and CEOs or people who have created the actual product onto my YouTube show, because I want to talk to them and just kind of feel them out, see where they're coming from and ask the questions. Like I had Dom on from IOTA this week, and the answers he gave were pretty good. And I'm looking into actually investing into that, but I'm not for sure. But I mean, the people that I invest into, I mean, if you like Vitalik, I talk about this all the time. Vitalik Buterin, I'll invest into that guy. Seem like he's done a good network of getting people to actually develop on top of what he's doing. So I'll go there. With Charles Hoskinson, if you've never read The Infinite Machine, which is the story of the creation or all the founders that got together to create Ethereum, it's great. And it kind of it tells me why Charles is doing the things that he does. So I will bet on that guy. Steve Ehrlich, I will invest in the Voyager because of what he's done in the past and what he's doing right now. And Alex Mashinsky, I'll definitely do that for Celsius because of the same type of thing. So again, if you know the people or can learn more about the people behind the project, that's a pretty good bet of what's going on. Then you take a look at the fundamentals, you know, what is the network effect? How many developers are actually creating? What is it actually doing? What is the utility? What is the white papers that actually do these things? And you can go from there. So again, you don't have to have 1,000 winners, just have a couple. All right. So let's add this up. Let's stop BSing around, right? So here's his total. Oh, you can't see it. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. So you see his total right there? At the very bottom right-hand corner, right? I do this. He's got 3.1 million. Just on those that I have, not the ones that, you know, we don't really know about as far as price predictions, but just this, if it hits my conservative numbers, that's not a bad day. That's not a bad day. That's not a bad year, or maybe he's been doing this for quite some time. So I think this is a pretty good one. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's move on to our next portfolio. This was good. This was a good one, kind of ballsy. I like it. So let me read you the story. Hello, good Lord. Hello, Dan. I'd like you to evaluate my portfolio. I got into crypto at the end of March 2020. What a great time to get into crypto. March 2020, when it was like super low. Good for this guy. Good for Anthony. I bought $757 of Bitcoin off of Robinhood. Yeah, got to start somewhere. As I began to watch the market, a friend of mine told me about XRP, and after finding out what it was, I decided to get a Coinbase account to get a couple $100s worth. That's where everybody starts, right? I mean, I don't care where you start. It's not where you start, it's where you end up. After that, I started learning about the crypto space, and I started watching people on YouTube, and that is where I ran across your videos. It was about this time I was not allowed to work because of the pandemic, all right? Every day I just watched videos about crypto, and I really started to understand how we were at the cusp of something great, and I had an opportunity of a lifetime. I only had one problem. I didn't have much capital to put in. I then heard about the CARES Act guidance, that's just for Americans, and that allows you to tap into your 401k. You can tap into your 401k savings without the penalty if you were affected by the corona bug. Let me read that section again. I didn't have much capital to put into the market, but I heard about the CARES Act, which allows you to tap into your 401k savings without the penalty if you were affected by the coronavirus. Great. So again, this is for Americans. I don't know the details about that, but apparently you can tap into your 401k. Great. Don't ask me about it. Not a CPA. Talk to your CPA. Since I was off work, but getting paid and my wife's hours were cut, I decided to take out, listen to this. This is where it gets crazy. I decided to take out 100,000 and put it all in the market. I knew it was a risky move, but at the same time of this email, I have 3x my money, 3x right now. And this was in the beginning of February. And I've also added more cryptos. Please take a look, tell what you think. I'm 47. My goal is to retire my wife full-time into the ministry. All right. Thank you for all that you do and listening to you exclusively. Thanks again, Dan. Wow. So that's crazy, right? That's pretty cool. I mean, I'll say two things. It's cool when it works out. It's cool when you go all in and go, I just timed it perfectly. Not that I knew how to do it, but I just did it. So this guy, he got in March 2020, 100,000 when there was that huge dip. Congratulations, Anthony. Not too many people are able to do that or can do that. So that was just really great. And it's like Diddy says. Diddy from the Bitcoin family is like, I just pulled a Diddy and I just went all in. And Alex Becker did the same thing when he was telling me. But it's all about timing. If you can time the market right, congratulations. So let's take a look at Anthony's portfolio and see what he's got. Holy smokes. All right. Before we do that, let me go back to the live chat and see where we're at. Oh, okay. Mullet's always telling people what's up. Ada. Okay, first of all, before I go on, is there any problem with the live stream as far as jerkiness or lag or volume? Let's catch up, because when we started, everything was good, but as more people come in, who knows? Keep your algo, it's been dormant. You need to up your Polkadot prediction. It's going to be a banger, like ADA. Yeah, probably. Here's the thing. And again, tell me how the video quality is and the audio. If I give a conservative number for crypto and it blows right past it, is anybody mad at me? Or is anybody like happy? Like when everything went past the $20 Uniswap prediction, no one was like, you are a moon boy, you are crazy for doing these things. It was just like, hey, up your prediction. And happy I heard about it. So if you think about it, really like these low price predictions that I give, maybe it's kind of like a gateway price prediction to something big. So if these are the conservative numbers and they're getting blown right by, so much the better. So when we're doing these portfolio reviews, the last one just had 3.1 million. So maybe this guy could be 6 million, 10 million, 20 million. I don't know. It's cryptocurrency and digital assets. I have no idea. But again, not financial advice, not trying to pump up anything way too high, because this doesn't make any sense. All right. The video's fuzzy. How the heck did that happen? It's just not HD. Well, that's weird, because we have a direct connection to my internet. Dave says audio and video is good. Oscar says moon boy. Let me see something. Where are we? What I want to do is do a real quick test, and we'll get back to this in a second. Because this, let me pull it up. This portfolio, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This portfolio here, let me pull this up in a second. It's amazing. Like some people say the video is good and say it's great. Some people say it's just slow. I don't know. Upload and download speed are fine. Yeah, super fast. Beats me. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's get back. Okay. So here we have Bitcoin, Ethereum. Wow, it's allowing me a lot. So let's wipe this out. So this guy's got 2.33 Bitcoin. That's about 350,000. That's pretty good. This is done. Done. 73 Ethereum. Holy smokes. There we go. 73 Ethereum. All right. 730,000. ADA, 31,000. That's pretty good. 31,000. 155,000 just right there. Tron, don't have that. 𝑫omains, 209,499. 𝑫omains. There it is. Oh, 209,499. 209,499. Man, just that, I think. 52,000. That's not bad. Zilliqa, no. XRP, don't have that linked yet. Chainlink, 1,600. And before everybody blows up at me about Chainlink, I have no price prediction because with the SEC filing, there's no way I can give any kind of decent price prediction. I mean, it's gone up, it's been resilient, so congratulations to all the XRP holders, but I can't give you a price prediction on that. It really all depends on when this actually comes to an end. Don't blame me, blame the SEC. $1,600, 88,000. Digibyte Theta, 11,488. Happened there? Well, oops. It's 11,048 times 17. Damn, 195,000. That's pretty good. All right, what else we got? Doge, Digibyte, Binance Coin, Matic, 𝑫omains, OMG, Synthetics. So out of all those, these are what we have for my price prediction. So just this alone, and not counting all this other stuff that this gentleman's had. Synthetics, OMG could be big. The Binance Coin, just 129 times what, $200? Still pretty good. And at the end of the year, who knows what's going to be. But just this alone is going to give you, in the bottom right-hand corner, almost 1.6 million. Not too bad for just a years of work, maybe a couple years of work. And again, this is all coming from just a couple of, maybe a dollar cost average, or just, no, sorry. This one was just going all in. So remember, this guy put $100,000 from his 401k because he couldn't really work too much. And this is where we're at right now, or this is where we're potentially going to be at. Do I think it could be more? Sure. But again, conservative numbers. Anyhow, let me just think about this one in the comments section. Let's move on to our last portfolio. One second. Let me come back to the live chat real quick. What did I miss? Golem, Telecoin, no idea. Frankie Demooch, do you think crypto will bleed in March like all the previous years? Sure. Could. I have no idea. You know what's funny about the crypto market? Everybody tells me it's totally different this year. I'm like, really? It's the same thing to me. It's the same thing to me, in all honesty. There's people who are greedy, and we're all greedy, let's be honest. And there's people who are going to take massive profits, and there's people that are going to manipulate the market. I don't think really anything has really changed, except you got Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, and a couple more institutions that are going to hold. But those some of those institutions are not going to hold forever, and they're going to actually drop it. And the reason why is because they're beholden to their stockholders. So just be aware. Mike says, just heard of Hexcoin. Any opinion? I had Richard Hart on the show. You can watch that interview. It was pretty interesting. How high do you think Voyager will go? It's a good question. So Voyager, my price prediction was 30, and that was when it was 29 cents on January 7th. Right now we're sitting around 6. We hit 7 at one point. I think it can go to, like, my conservative view was 30 bucks. People thought I was crazy back then. Now that everything that's come out, especially with the Voyager loyalty program, and they announced that they're going to be doing, so 7% for staking, which I know people are like, well, I can get more in staking in Polkadot. True, you can. So go buy some Polkadot. That's great. I have Polkadot. But then you have a debit card, credit card going to be rolled out. Then you have BIPs, or basis points, or cash back for every different trade that you do. And then they're also going to be opening up crypto to stock swaps, which would be the only one that does that. So you put all those things together and you're like, that's a great token. It does stuff. It has utility. There's a massive amount of utility going on. So, I mean, why not 30 bucks? That's all I got. Prediction for Litecoin? Absolutely none. I'll tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I don't know. I don't know anything about Litecoin. I know that there's WEBULL and whatever it's called. They're going to be doing more with security. I think that would probably be a big boom for Litecoin. And on top of the fact that for PayPal, you've got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So you can't count that out. That's over 300 plus million people who get exposed to Litecoin. And which one's the cheapest? Which one's the cheapest? Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Litecoin? Litecoin. So if people are opening up their PayPal accounts, like, well, I can't afford $47,000 Bitcoin. I can't afford a $1,500 Bitcoin. I can't afford a $500 or whatever it is Bitcoin Cash. But Litecoin, it's only $100 or whatever it is. Sure, I can get that. AUDIT in 5 years. Depends on how they execute. I've known a lot of businesses that they sound great and then they falter because the plan is awful. That's actually why I'm a big believer in Cardano, because if you know anything about them, they do like the plan. That's the truth. All right, let's get to this last one, huh? And I just changed a setting, so let me know how the audio and video is. That'd be interesting. Audio, I'm sure, is fine. Video might not be so great. Had to do some throttling over here. All right. Regular view. So this is from James. James says, hey, love your channel, watch it daily. I have my own small renovation channel. Great, just recently got it monetized. Good job. Now I'm making a whopping 10 bucks a day. Ah, yeah. Nothing like little YouTube funny money. Anyhow, I've been in the crypto space for 10 months. I bought a lot of what I have during the crash back in March of April. I noticed a theme here. Have you noticed a theme? Like the last one was they got into it in March. James here got into it in March. When I had Alex Beck on the show, he got into it in March. I think the smart people, they know one thing. They know that, hey, fundamentally, nothing has changed as far as cryptocurrency digital assets. Actually, there's a lot more people into it. There's been no hacks. I mean, as far as Bitcoin goes. There's been no double spends. There's been no U.S. governments who's talking about banning it outright. Now, India is talking about it again, but who cares? It's India. They'll go through their growing pains. They already tried it once. Didn't work out too hot, so we'll see how it does again. And, you know, there's really been nothing that, like, has changed fundamentally. So these guys who got into March, congratulations, because you picked the exact right time. Anyhow, so I got in pretty good prices. Yes, you did. Although recently when Bitcoin was around 40,000, I traded most of it for ETH. All right. The ratio is something like 38-1. Yeah, pretty good. Which if you got out at 2,000, congratulations. This is my portfolio now. If you're interested in bringing the channel, my best performer by far has been BAO, B-A-O Finance. It's gained me over 6,000% since about a month ago. And here's the thing about those low cap gems. They're risky, but they have the most rewards. That's just the thing. Bitcoin right now at almost 50,000, you can only, in my opinion, 3x this year. If you listen to Michael Saylor, in 5 years or 3 years or whatever he says, it'll be worth $1 million, which is great. But do you want to wait 3 years? I can. I'm okay with that. And that's why I'm not really selling too much of it. But the other ones for altcoins, take it with a grain of salt. Anyhow, so here's what he's got. 0.8 Bitcoin. So let's plug these numbers in, huh? Ethereum's at 83. Let's see. Ethereum. So 83, and at the end of the year, hopefully hits 10,000, maybe, $830,000. That's a pretty good year, right? Just getting into March, made almost $1 million on one crypto. I'll take it. And, oh, wrong one. 100,000 Cardano. 100,000 Cardano. That's a pretty good price just today. So what has he got today? Like $130,000. So $500,000 right there if we hit our numbers. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong one. Chainlink 1310. Chainlink 1310 times 55, 72,000 bucks. Polkadot 1,089, which I was totally wrong on Polkadot. It's actually going to go up much more than what I thought, which is great. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Ask my wife. Bao Finance, 5,682,000. Somebody tell me what the heck Bao Finance is. Let me see something. Let me pull this up. Let's pull it up here. Shoot. Why I'm doing that. CoinGecko. Expand this because I can't find the search, of course. Bao. Number 361. Bao Finance. Well, it's gone down a little bit, but 30 days, 67%. Oh, okay. That's really weird. Let's put it in US dollars. How about that? Let's put it in US dollars because looking at it in Chainlink is not a, doesn't really help me out. Okay, so it wasn't even a penny. And here we are. Let's see what it does. And if you don't know, CoinGecko is a pretty good place. You can go to, you can find all the trading pairs so you can see where this is being swapped. Uniswap, hey, if you want to pay some serious fees, go right over there. Bao Finance, it is unaudited, originally developed by a one-person self-taught team. Ooh, red flag. While we're in the process of scaling the team, please understand the risks and use this product accordingly. It's like Synthetics plus Aave, but for Uniswap, SushiSwap, and Balancer. Rather than reinvent the wheel, Bao creates new features for its governance. It's a governance token for all the fully community-run project. It is also backed by the insurance fund. We're all about skill. Yeah, it's only something I would not invest into. But again, biggest risks, biggest rewards, right? All right. And then Unibright, Luxo, Energy Web, Edgeware. I don't know what that stuff. I have no idea what that is. No idea. All right. So let's take a look at this. So just here, little stuff that we do have and getting in. Let me see something. Been in the crypto for 10 months. Put a pretty good amount in. Get out of there. Don't need that. So just this, just being in for 10 months. If we look at the very end, that's 1.6 million. So these are just the things that I think are going to happen. Do I know if they're going to happen? No. But it could potentially happen pretty well, I think. And these are the numbers that we see. Now remember, again, like I talk about, it's not about having 20 winners, 20 super winners, just having a couple of good winners because we're all speculators, right? Or as Alex Mascioli says, we're all a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Sometimes, yeah, I think that's a pretty good guess or a pretty good description. But in all honesty, if you take a look at the market, what's going on, these are some of the best opportunities you could potentially have. Again, not financial advice, but I mean, we've seen a lot of gains. The real question is, when are you going to sell? And that is a whole other topic for another story or for another video. And we'll get back to that. I'm going to get to my last story, which was probably the best story I've heard in a while. I just want to go through the comments section, see what's going on here. CJ's here. He's probably wearing a sweet-ass robe that he's always got. Hey, CJ, just to let you know, I have my robe. I got it from Amazon. So the next trade the chain, I'm ready. I don't know if it's as cool as yours, but I'm trying. All right, what do we got? Todd, Don McKinn, same. A Voyager offers Cardano. You know, just so you guys know, it was Crypto Crow, Alex Mashinsky, and Charles Hoskinson, and they sat down for a roundtable discussion. This was a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago or something like that. It's pretty good. And Alex just said, hey, we're going to be moving the Celsius token over to Cardano. And you know, with that ERC20 converter, let's just say that they do that, right? That'd be great, especially if there's some kind of token swap going on. Then I don't have to go to Uniswap and pay all those ridiculous fees, and I can just do it on the Cardano DEX. Hopefully they'll have something like that. Wouldn't that be great? That's the whole difference between a first-generation blockchain, Bitcoin, second-generation, Ethereum, and third-generation blockchain, Cardano. Will it all make it work out? No idea. Sounds good. All right. What do you think about Binance Coin? I think it's got utility. I know some people, they'll say, oh, well, Finance is a very centralized thing. You should stay away from it. Sure. If it makes money, it makes sense. And Binance Coin has great utility, great function. And this is why I'm always talking about network effect and Metcalfe's law. And the more people that you have a connection, the more the value goes up. If you want to call that revenue, sure. But it has value, and I think it's going to be big. So for me, Binance Coin is great. I just can't buy it because I'm in Texas, which is a pretty great state, to be honest. But I can't buy it, but I would. And I'm going to heavily be investing into utility tokens as far as exchanges and brokerages. Actually, I've got Alex Basil from Swissborg coming on next week because I'm excited about that one. Swissborg is kind of like CHSB. They're like the Voyager of Europe. And looks good. All right. First of all, audio quality is good. Video quality is okay. Everything's all right. What's your opinion on StormX? I have no opinion. Alex talks about it on his show. And I haven't done my research, so I can't tell you anything. But it looks promising from the little bit of things that I took a look at. Dom, thank you. Hey, Rob, coming to watch. You ready for the visit between 2 videos? Oh, thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Dom, I appreciate. Much appreciated. All right. Let's go to the last story. This was pretty interesting. So this isn't a this isn't a portfolio review. It's just a good story. And I like stories. I like people when they get back to me and tell me what they're doing with crypto and how it's changing things. So this is from Net Effect. Real name hidden, obviously. Hello from Canada. We have taken to watching your casts, your videos a lot. The question is short, but the description is long, I guess. I'm the trustee of a group home for special needs people. I am one of them. We are not all mentally diminished. Some are just physically limited, like myself. I've been here for 22 years. The people that started it ran it for their son, Robert. Not you, obviously, but he has passed away. First, Jeannie and then Anthony. These are the group home people that were living there. The cafe that supported is gone, also from a disease. They left me to keep it going as trustee, and there's a decent amount of money in the bank, plus we all get fixed income in Canada. Yay, Canada. The house is paid. We have discussed it, and we are looking to invest into something, as we do understand things are not going to be good soon. And what if something happens to the house? We need a new van to get around, or as we get older, we have to hire another caregiver. Things like that. Anyhow, you get the idea of where we're at. So where in your thoughts would you put $35,000 that can generate interest? The bank is almost costing us money to keep it there. True. That is true. Almost. And that is all the trust can reasonably afford to lock up, which is $35,000, which is a pretty good chunk of money, let's be honest. Not expecting an answer, but if there is one, we thank you. Michael, Robert, Nell, Gabriel, Mike, Martin, Billy. These are all the people in the group home. So before I tell you what I said, I'm just going to tell you like this. Not a financial advisor, right? So if you ever send me, whoever's watching the video, ever sends me a question like this, I will tell you the same thing. I cannot tell you where to put your money. I cannot guarantee any results. This is a very risky endeavor. Cryptocurrency assets are risky. I mean, well, stocks are too, but whatever. So that is the disclaimer. Obviously I'm not a financial planner whatsoever, right? But this is what I said. First of all, it's a great question to ask, and it's a question that I think that more and more people will have, not just about what to do with their money, but in a specific situation as far as like diminished health, or you are taking care for a loved one, or you have some money and you're like, what do I do with this money because it's on fire? And again, I'll just show you what I said to make it easy. So I said this, I go, hey, that's a great question. I don't give financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor, but of note, as me and I was in the exact situation with a group home where people are depending on me to make the correct financial decision. I don't know what I must have did a typo. But if I was in the same position in a group home and people were depending on me to make the correct financial decision, I would consider investing part of what I have in the bank into crypto. Not that I would, tell them what to do. This is what I would do. Bitcoin is the safest and may double to triple this year. So If I wanted to be safe, I would put it there. And let's be honest, Bitcoin, I think, is the safest cryptocurrency and digital asset project out there, bar none. I mean, you can invest in a tomato coin or whatever, but I don't know if putting Marinara on the blockchain is a good idea. But maybe it's going to go up 1,000% this year. I have no idea. Okay. To generate interest, I believe there are only 3 that I would trust that are stable and also have a fantastic team with great leadership. And those are Voyager, Cardano, and Polkadot. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are the same things I feel comfortable telling my own mother to look into. And that is the truth. So again, what I talked about before, you don't have to have one huge winner. You just have to, I mean, you don't have to have 10 huge winners, just one, or just one, you know, better than what you have in the bank. First of all, I use a bank. I use a couple of banks for the businesses and stuff like that. And I mean, they work out just fine, except when I have to wire money, which I think is ridiculous that I have to wire money for $30 or $25 per charge. And sometimes it takes 2 to 3 days, even though I can send an email to a friend of mine, Manish in India, and he gets it right away. I just don't understand that because it's all digital ledgers. So I just don't get it. But the whole thing is like, if banks are going to take my money and they're going to loan it out, fractional reserve lending, right? Why don't I get paid? I don't get paid anything. It's like, I don't even think that, I think at some European countries, it's negative interest rates now. So again, for this gentleman that was sent the message, I can't tell you what to do, but I would tell you if it's me and my money in the bank, I don't like leaving money in the bank that is doing absolutely nothing. Again, if I can pay my bills plus 10%, then the rest of that is just on fire. So why wouldn't I put it on crypto? Because over time, it should go up. Or why don't I just invest in the stocks? You know, I like Tesla, Mara, Airbnb. Those things I think will go up. So that is it for today. Let me break on the live chat, see what everybody says. When mullet. He's got several videos, look them up. Private coins are key to the new surveillance. ETH, funny. I've watched your video with what should we do if we made a lot of money, learn from your mistakes, this, and yeah, it's true. Hopefully you watched the one with me and Alex Becker. Alex had a pretty good take on it. He's like, look, I spent a bunch of money in my 20s. I don't regret any of it. It was awesome. I rented Dan Bilzerian's jet, and me and some friends went to wherever they went, and it was great. I'm not saying don't do that. You got to live, right? I'm just saying, and Alex even talked about, he goes, look, if I didn't stop that crazy lifestyle, I wouldn't have been able to go all in March. And now he's up like, I don't know, 10x or whatever he is. And that's it. All right. Thank you. Haven't made a live stream before. Thanks, Brian, for stopping by. Best decentralized exchange I can use? I guess 1inch. I mean, 1inch sounds pretty good. They're using Binance Coin and they're using Ethereum, so that's a twofer. Yeah, Mullet, that's right. Hit the like and subscribe. Great video, love Cardano. Opinion's a wild card. Yeah, thoughts and kudos. Hey, first of all, thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm glad that there's very positive comments. What didn't go smooth in this live stream? What needs to be done better? And what would you like to see next time? I know there's a little bit of a lag, so I'll just sit here like a bump in a log and just stare at the screen for a bit. Thoughts on Doge? It's not going to $1. That's all I know. that's all I know. People ask me, is Doge going to $1? Shoot, even my friends I haven't talked to for like years text me, hey man, what's up with this Doge? I'm like, well, if I don't like them, I tell them that they should get into it. But if I do like them, I'm like, just stay away. Like, thanks. What do you think will be the hard fork we'll do for ADA? I think it'll make it explode. Because you have to understand, with that hard fork for Cardano, it's just an upgrade. There's some people hear hard fork and they think Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, right? And then there's 2 different chains. That's not happening in Cardano. It's just an upgrade, and they're going to allow native tokens. Going to allow, well, they're in the Goguen era, so smart contracts. They're going to allow NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and DeFi, decentralized finance. And I think they're moving towards DEXs, but I can't remember. Higher bit revenue. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. I gotta look at the replay. I have it at the highest settings, but probably something I did wrong. We need to find a time machine and find out. Yeah, no kidding. With a 201. You know what I need to find? A time machine and find my slip of paper where I stuck my mnemonic phrase for the test net for Daedalus, so I can get my 20,000 ADA back. That would be great. Which, if you don't have a STONEBOOK, look in the description. There's a link there. I have everything. I have 2 STONEBOOks now. I'm never going to lose 20,000 ADA again. Hopefully. It's like start gambling like crazy, like Alex Mascioli did. Dot's going to be great. You know why Dot's going to be great? Again, when we talk about betting on people, you know, Dr. Gavin Wood, he was part of that mafia, as I call him, the Ethereum mafia. Mr. Russell, thank you. Jeremy Gay, thank you so much. Has Voyager mentioned doing crypto loans in the future? No, they have not. Not that I know of, but they seem to make announcements all the time. So the Ethereum mafia, you know what? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. What am I at? I'm going to pull up 2 pictures. And this is why I invest into Cardano, Ethereum, and Polkadot. This picture right here. If I can ever get it, that and that. So let me share my screen. This is why. There's a thing called the PayPal Mafia. And you may notice some of these people. Let me, you may have heard of some of these people. Peter Thiel, he's a billionaire now, multi-billionaire. He's actually investing into Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining in West El Paso. Crazy, right? Dave McClure, Kiva, I don't know about Russell Simmons, Def Comedy Jam. No, just kidding. He's the co-founder and chairman of Yelp. Slide from Max Levchin, Primo Shah, Keva, Genie. There's a guy named Keith Rabois. I don't know how to say his name. Square. There's a guy named Elon Musk for Tesla. There's Reid Hoffman from LinkedIn, Jeremy Stoppelman from Yelp, and Chad, Steve, and Jawad Karim. They were the creators of YouTube. So after PayPal, this is what all these guys did. That's why they called the PayPal Mafia. Now, I want you to take a look at that and then take a look at this. This is a little graph I created called the Ethereum Mafia. So you got Vitalik Buterin. He's still there. You know, good for him. Elise Akasha. Delorio has the Jax wallet. Amir Chedra is co-founder of Ethereum, sure. Then you got these guys named Charles Hoskinson. I think we've heard of him. Cardano. Wood is Polkadot. Jeffrey Wilkie is Grid Games, and Joseph Lubin, founder of Consensus. So when I talk about the people that I'm wanting to invest into, I want to invest in people that have already been there and done that. Look, they've already gone through Ethereum. They've already made a multi-billion-dollar company. So why wouldn't I invest in people who are doing the exact same thing, just maybe a little bit better? That's why I do it. All right. All right. I gotta get the heck out of here. Sorry to take up so much of your time. Hey, if you do me a favor, if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. That would always help. And then also, a lot of things we talk about are time sensitive. So a subscribe would definitely be in both of our favors. That'd be fantastic. And that's it for today. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can fix that bit rate and we'll go from there. And I will see you on the